Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Please let me confirm whether you can hear me. Good evening, everybody.
Yes, I can hear you.
I cannot hear myself. Sorry.
Yes, I can hear you.
Please, can you confirm you can hear me now?
Yes, we can. Oh, yes, I can.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I can.
I can hear you. Continue.
I know there's some sound coming out, but I can't hear myself.
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. I can hear myself now. Thank you for that. So, good evening, everyone, once again. Welcome to day 2 of the 4-day competition on MBA specialization. My name is Engineer Peter Ogumbowale, known as Peteru, and I'll be your moderator tonight. It's an honor to have you all in this meeting this evening as we delve into the marketing specialization. Tonight, we will start with Olu BrainBox. I'm sure he's on the call. We'll be providing an overview of all the MBA specialization, giving you a broader perspective on your options. Then we'll dive into marketing specialization with insight from our guest speakers. Let me quickly set the ball rolling. These are the ground rules. Please kindly mute your microphone unless invited to speak. And feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. I will take them one after the other during the Q&A section. So our first speaker tonight is Olu BrainBox. Olu BrainBox is a renowned expert. He used to be part of us. In fact, it was 2015, 2016 sets. He became the class governor for marketing specialization in his time, and he was once our welfare secretary of the MBA Association. That's the executive now. He's currently a business and management lecturer, as well as a PhD student of strategic management and marketing. Olu will give us an overview of all the MBA specialization before focusing on marketing. Mr. Olu, are you on the call?
Yes, I am.
Oh, very good. Can you pick it up from there?
Okay, good evening, everyone. It's nice to be here. Thank you, Mr. Peter, for the initiative. So I think this is full-time specialization.
Yes.
Okay, full-time specialization. I wanted to ask him that why didn't you collaborate with the part-time? I know it's not yet their time to do specialization, but at least it's fine though. So for full-time, you do your specialization in the third semester, whereby you do the remaining 2 courses and then the specialization courses. So for the MBA program, MBA is a professional qualification, okay? So there's a generalized sense of your managerial ability as an MBA student, how to manage resources and things like that. That's why you did all those courses. You did production, you did accounting, finance, you did all the core areas of business so that you can have a general sense of how business administration is being done. So in your final semester, you try to specialize. Now, what I would generally say about specialization is that it has to do with 2 major areas. We talk about your career, your current career, and then your future prospects for career. Most importantly, there are like 5 specializations when we talk about management, marketing, finance, production, HR, and accounts. Okay. Over the years, we've seen different patterns of the specialization and how they operate them. So I would start from the most popular one. Marketing and management are the most popular one because that's just the reality of the business operations and business admin kind of setting. When you talk about marketing and management, those areas are the 2 core areas where a lot of people, the class is full for them most of the time. People shy away from finance and accounts or even production because of the calculations that are there or because of their experiences from previous courses, okay? So, but I'll try to give you just a background for each. And like I said, you will look at your current situation and you look at your prospects for the future. So let me start with finance. In my opinion, if you are doing an MBA with a finance specialization, you must be currently someone that either has all these ICANN, ACCA, CFA, or you are in that part so that it will solidify what you're trying to do. I wouldn't necessarily advise anyone that is not in that part to jump into that part because the truth of the matter is that there's no calculation. You could run away from the corporate finance. You could do other courses that you will not do any calculation. So, but if you are someone that, oh, finance is my career, accounting is my career, that is my career, like I'm a financial manager or I'm a financial executive in an organization, then you could say, I would want to see already that you have a track record of, oh, I did ICANN, oh, I did CFA, I am doing those things, because that's what will solidify whatever you are going to do in the MBA finance anyway. So my opinion is that anyone going to that part, or maybe because you want to now leave whatever you were doing before and you want to go into that part, yes, you could say so, but having an MBA finance is not a special thing. For someone that wants to go into a finance career, it is those professional qualifications, ACCA, CFA, ICANN, all those things, all those certifications that are globally accepted. Saying, oh, I'm just someone that did BSc and then I have MBA finance and I'm not a chartered accountant. You won't really make the big bucks in the profession of finance. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so for finance specialization, like I said, it's a cool specialization. You don't need to, if you are someone that you are afraid of numbers, you don't need to go there. You can still go there and not do any numbers. There are courses that didn't have to do with numbers at all. I think it's just 1 or 2 out of the 6 or 7, and you don't need to choose them. It will still be. But like I said, think about your current situation. are you in the finance part? Do you understand? And if you want to pivot to the finance part, I will advise you that apart from your MBA finance qualification, you need to get the other things. Do you understand? So that's that for finance. With respect to the courses, like I said, in finance, there is marketing of financial services, there is management of financial institution, there's international monetary relations, there's international trade and business. Do you get? Then, of course, there's the advanced corporate finance, which Olowe takes that everybody is running away from. But like I said, you could do that specialization and you might not need to do any numbers or things like that. So that's that for finance. And it's also similar with account. Now, the problem is that a lot of people, even the account is even worse. There's no point having MBA accounting specialization. Why don't you just have your normal MBA finance, then maybe become a chartered accountant? That will balance the thing. Do you get? So most over the years, generally, we don't see people doing MBA accounting specialization. They hardly see people doing that because of that. Because industry outside, they don't what's the English I want to use? What they carry or what they value is that ICANN, that ACCA, that CFA kind of thing. So if you are anybody that is into finance and account, your best options would be get an be in that track, get an MBA finance specialization to back it up, and that will be fine. I hope I've done justice to that. So I can take your questions when I'm done running through all of them. So the next one we'll talk about generally will be MBA production. Yes, production operations management. So for MBA production, I see it as a very technical specialization. The truth of the matter is that for production, you have to be production and operation. You have to be at the center of operations in your organization. So you might be working in an FMCG, or you might be working in an SME company whereby you are the head of operations, or even in the banking sector. But the truth of the matter is that the MBA operations that UNILAG does, they don't really give much insight into service oriented. Most of us are in service. Do you get? They don't. For example, it could be an OPM in a bank. Now that's still operations, but it's service oriented. But most of it is usually tangible manufacturing, production. So you have things like, oh, they are looking at systems design, process design. If you remember everything you did in production, can you remember what you did in production in, I think, in second semester, right? You've done your production. I believe so, Peter. You've done production as a course.
No, not at all. You
have, Peter, you have.
Production?
For you to be, yes, now. Bus 821. What's Bus 821? Production and operations management. You have forgotten the courses already. Production and operations, I think it was even first semester or second semester.
We went
please,
on holiday.
Can somebody please confirm if you've done
yes, production is for second semester. Yes, we have done it.
Peter, please go and check it. And I'm even thinking that they've released the results. So there is normal production that you've done that told you about project management, told you about quality, told you about scheduling, sequencing, all those things, if you can remember. So for me, I will only advise someone to do operations if, one, the person is in the operations department of his organization, or the person is because the courses, the way they package that specialization is not really what they are giving them, is not really relevant with what the industry or the market needs. Because, for example, inside it, you do costing, cost and material costing, you do computer system designs, then there's also operations research. So for me, I would say if you're an operations person in your organization, you can look at doing general management, because that will serve you better as you are rising up. Because the way they presented that production and operations specialization for MBA is for those that are still at lower level. Maybe someone working in the factory or someone working as a foreman. That's the way they arrange the thing. So for me, I would say, but if you say you're passionate about it, that's fine. Maybe that's the line you want to go through, then that's okay. Okay, the courses there are very, very technical. The truth of the matter is that you'll be doing as if you are in year one again. Do you understand? you do computer again, you do costing again, you do operations research, and I think there was another course. I think there are 6 courses, and you can choose from them. But for me, if you look at the pattern also, few people do production and operations department because of the technicality, because what they are offering is not really as par. They don't talk much about service, how to manage service operations, maybe how to enhance service efficiency and things like that. They more focus on manufacturing setting, and most people are not really working. Those that even work in a manufacturing setting, they are already high up already. They are not the ones ensuring that they are mixing the items or arranging the factory setting. Do you understand that kind of thing? So for me, unless you are passionate about it, you can go into operations and production specialization. But if you check the division, most people don't also dive into it because of one, you've done production already. So you have that knowledge. So you can use that knowledge to climb higher, because as an MBA person, you are in a managerial role. So that is decision-making role, do you get? So it's not functional role. So that's that for operations. Okay? I'll take your questions for each of them once we are done. Then we could talk about MBA Human Resource Management. That's HR specialization. Now, this is a good one, right? It's an interesting one, right? But similar to, it is tilting towards FMCG. That's the production. Yes, you are correct, sir. So similar to production, what UNILAG is offering from the courses of HR specialization, talking about labor unions, talking about employee relations and things like that. It's a good one if you are a HR specialist, if you are currently a HR specialist, if you are currently into the line of being a HR manager, yes, you could say, yes, I'll do MBA HR specialization. Good. But based on your experience in IRPM, I believe you can remember IRPM, most of the things you've done in IRPM is what you actually need. Like I used to advise people that I would prefer you use your MBA. I have people that I advised in previous said that when you do MBA management, you can use MBA management to go and collect exemption for Chartered Institute of Personnel Management, which is more respected in the HR line. Do you understand? Because all the specialist career paths, their certification is what matters. Their certification is what matters. So I would say instead of doing MBA HR, you could do MBA management and then use that to use your certificate to apply for exemption, and they'll move you to professional stage 1 and 2 of CIPN. And I think in less than a year, you will also be a certified personnel manager. Do you get that point? So than stressing yourself or going through HR. You're also, even if you have the MBA HR, it can also work. My point is that you would have killed 2 birds with 1 stone. You'd have gotten a broader knowledge of management, and then you can use that broader knowledge to apply for that. But my challenge with HR generally is, I'm sorry to say, it's boring. I'm sorry to say it's boring. That's number 1. Number 2, the lecturers, because it's a story course, I've not really seen people getting distinction or A's from that specialization. They usually just, they keep telling them they don't hit the nail on the head. So I remember a lady in the set before mine, from her year 1, year 2, she was having A's. She now said, Olu, I want to be a HR person. I want to do specialization in HR. And okay, she went. When she came out, it was all B's that she came out with. And I was like, what happened? You that were packing A. So the thing did not allow her to enter the MBA distinction. So for the next set, I told people that these people is as if they are sadistic or they are hoarding the A or something. Why not do management where we know we can give you better A? Then you can use that to apply. Since you are a HR specialist, you need Chartered Institute of Personnel Management. Now, I met someone that said, oh, I already have Chartered Institute of Personnel Management already. I said, fine, if you have that, then you can say, okay, you want to just do MBA HR specialization. But if you're going to that specialization, you must be ready to read, and you must be ready to write well. Those are the, those are, if there are some people that like reading novel, that like writing stories, those kind of things. So I've talked about finance, talked about finance, account, production and operations, HR, okay? So yes, like I mentioned earlier, you must think about your current career and then your future prospects. Now let's talk about the big guns. Management. Management is a major general management. They call it MBA General Management. It's a major specialization, yes. They do justice to it. All the lecturers are on point. Now, for those of you in full-time, what I used to tell them is that you are doing strategic management now for your final year, right? Are you aware of that? BOS 839. That's the main MBA course. It is 3 units. I don't know if you've seen your course from. There's something called BOS 839, Strategic Management and Business Policy. And it's a combination of marketing that you did in year 1. It's a combination of management that you did in year 1. It's a combination of HR. In fact, it's a combination of all the courses. I love the course a lot, and that's why I'm even going for a PhD in it. It is the major management course, but you would have done it. So you would have done it. You are doing it now as your final semester. So I tell people, if you're going to go to management specialization, do it because you are at high level management. Do it because you are a decision maker in your organization. Do it because you are a strategist, okay? Do it because, what else? You are a business owner, sort of, because you are going to do entrepreneurship, right? You're going to do international business. You're going to do strategy and structure. You're going to do corporate planning and strategy. You're going to do environmental analysis and industry, okay? You're going to do organizational development. You're going to do, there's a 4th one, comparative management. But like I tell people generally, for me, since you are doing strategy, go and do another specialization. You could do marketing and mix it, because everything they are teaching you in strategy is the same thing you are doing. So I remember a lot of people complaining in the previous said that all the things, they look similar. It's as if we are repeating, but that's just the truth because they are all together. The entrepreneurship would have been nice if they taught it in a way to start and run and grow a business, but they just teach it in a way that this is what you need to do to start a business. This is what you need to do to get money for a business. They don't really teach you the practicality of running a business per se. They just teach you the generalistic, if you want to start a business, you need to do a business plan. You need to have this, you need to have that. You get that kind of thing. So for me, management specialization is nice. It's very good. It's one of the generalistic specialization, and a lot of people tilt to it because of the fact that it's as if you are repeating yourself. Once you do strategy, once you do the BOS 839, you will see that almost everything they are teaching is exactly what is in the management specialization broken down. So for me, a lot of people do management specialization, and it's good with your career plan. Remember the careers I talked about: strategists, decision makers, planners in an organization. Do you get? Even HR people will prefer to do management because there's a place of dealing with structure, culture, dealing with people. So those things are there generally. So management specialization is a nice one, is a very good one. But like I said, because you are doing strategic management already, which is the major MBA course, it's 3 units. No other MBA course is 3 units. Do you understand? So that has already given you what you need for that management specialization. So I would have said, you could go and do marketing, you could go and do finance if you're interested in those kind of things. But if you're a business owner, management specialization will just teach you about entrepreneurship, teach you about how to draw up a business plan, or what they call feasibility studies and things like that. So that's way. And one thing that is good about management specialization, all the lecturers are cool. Olayemi is cool. Akitunde is cool. Okonje is old but cool. Okay, Okonje is old but cool. I think the only woman in management specialization is Oshinowo, and she tries to show that she's a woman. I'm sorry for the female gender, but you will know that she's a woman that is taking this course because it is very, very. Let me use the politically correct language. Okay, so for management specialization, the gist is simple. because you're already doing the course again. Okay, so I've talked about all those. I will answer a question at the end just for a recap so that we can save our time. Okay, so the final one I want to talk about is marketing specialization, which I have affinity for because one, I did marketing. Now, I did marketing because as at that time, I was a business development person in a software company. Do you get? My first degree was banking and finance. So I went to move my career prospect into marketing, sales, business development, business, customer relations, and things like that, customer service. So I like, let me do MBA marketing specialization. As at that time, 2016, I was working as a business development person. Okay. And for me, marketing was very, very interesting. It was after I finished marketing specialization that I knew what it was doing for me. Number one, it helped me to build a brand. It helped me to market myself. And that's the major thing. As an individual, as an MBA person, you need to market yourself as a brand, as an individual, whatever kind of setting it is. And that's what marketing will help you to do. It will give you those ideas. All the lecturers, Ogbeche, Oniku, Olufayo, Rahim, they use, especially Ogbeche and Oniku, they portray this essence of being a consultant. You can be a business consultant, and that business consultant can cross different type of organizations. So if you're looking at the career prospects of being a business consultant, a business consultant, a business development person, a business analyst, a business, I'm even here to tell you that every CEO is a marketing person. Do you know that? Every chief executive officer, the department that they rose from is not finance, is not operation, is marketing. I remember when Indomie had that saga of poison Indomie, right? Their CEO came on television and was eating the noodles to let them know that. So my point is, if you see, I used to tell people that marketing is the CEO specialization. So if you see yourself, becoming a CEO along the line of your current career, marketing is one of the best places to do that. It will help you to build your brand. It will help you to market yourself. It will help you to understand how revenue is generated in any organization. And then for those that are business owners, marketing is better for you than management because there are some courses like consumer behavior. You understand what consumer behavior is. You understand sales management. You understand marketing management. You understand, how to do marketing communication, which is one of the trending career things now, marketing communication, public relations officer, and things like that. It's under marketing specialization. So for me, I would say everybody should come to marketing specialization because that one of the things that you would definitely have from that specialization is building your own personal brand. Because Ogbeche, one of the things she did for us when she was in class, she gave us a profile of herself, telling us that, marketing is not just about, I'm going to sell, I'm going to buy, I'm going from door to door. No, it's about anticipating customers' needs, being innovative and creating solutions. So for me, I would say across the specialization, marketing can be a good place for you. And then another informal reason why marketing is the simplest, is the simplest specialization. Like, it's so simple that what they do there, in my set, I remember people that went to other specialization, and by the time they strangled them after 1 month, 2 months in the specialization, they switched in the 3rd month of the semester to marketing. So, like I said, if you are trying to do that, you can look at it in that way. So I've talked about finance, account, HR, production, management, and marketing. So, questions? Mr. Peter, I'm with you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Olu, for sharing. Do you have any question for him before we move to management, marketing specialization proper? Do we have anybody with a question in the house?
Are you sure?
Okay, let me check the chat board for question. Okay, so somebody was asking for that I should brief them on finance summary that he came late.
Okay.
Can you just give a simple recap for that?
Okay, so like I mentioned, so whatever specialization you are choosing, you think about your current career and think about where you want to go. So I said, if you are going to go to finance specialization, you must have been on the part of finance already. So in such a way that you are either having an ACCA or you are already currently working on an ICANN, or you are in that part, because for finance specialization, what they really cherish is the professional qualification. Do you understand? Professional qualification. And it's important for you to follow that line. There's no point doing an MBA finance if you're not going to get all those other, things that will hold the finance very well. Okay, so yes, you can do MBA, and then even if you're afraid of numbers, you say, I don't like numbers, I don't want to do it because what I experienced in corporate finance and things like that. You can still do the course and not do any of the numbers courses. Just like you could do marketing of financial services, you could do management of financial institutions, you could do international business and trade, you could do international monetary relations. Do you understand? So those courses are there. So, and the finance, a lot of people think that finance is hard. It's easier than some other specializations. That's just the truth. Don't look at the corporate finance you did in year one. It was Olu that was doing all that one. So when you enter finance specialization, you don't even need to meet Olu if you don't want. But from what I used to hear, Olu used to force, like, he will come and tell students that, why are people not choosing his course now? That you must come and choose one. So I don't know. So I hope that has answered you.
Okay, so somebody else is seeking clarity. You said, how sure are you about the CIPM exemption from management? Because on CIPM's website, only MBA in HR qualifies for exemption.
For exemption. Okay,
Yeah,
so as at the time, a colleague of mine did that. That was 2017. So I don't know if things have changed now, 7 years after. So, but I believe they should, because there are the courses that they are exempting you for are like also MBA courses, but you could make your inquiry also.
All right. So I have a question for you. I know you've dealt with production management.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't give you an answer, a straight answer to the question you asked me the other time. That was because I think I'm already used to the break and I really wanted to continue. But then it's fine. So I saw in your statement you were saying that for production management, that is it's for the lower people in their career. I'm not sure if I get it correctly, that it's for lower people in their career, that it is not really that important, as a specialization in MBA. I'm not sure if that is what you're trying to say. So I'm just trying to say clarity on that.
Okay, can I respond? So I mean that the way the lectures are being delivered, the way the courses are being represented, most of those functions are people that in an organization, they are the lower level management people that would generally do those kind of things that they are teaching in the class. Do you understand? Do you get? So it's not really top level per se. Do you get? So that's why I mean. So yes, of course, like you're an engineer. Yes, engineers would love to do operations and production. Very, very true. Very true. And yes, it could help. Do you understand? But at the level at which that you're an engineer already, those things that they want to tell you in that place, you've already, do you understand, ahead of it. So that's what I mean.
Okay, I think I get your explanation clearly now, because I've once worked in an FCMG company, and I think I quite understand what you're trying to explain. That it's really for the technician guys. That is the mode of the delivery. So it's not really for people in the management per se.
Or decision making, yes.
Oh, okay. I think I get your question very well. Okay, so on a quick one, let me quickly move to Blessing Akpan. Blessing Akpan, I'm sure she's on the call. She will also speak to us on marketing special. Now we are in marketing specialization proper. Now this is the conversation we are here to have today. So I want Blessing to go first, then we'll come back to Olu again to give some insights to that conversation. Blessing Akpan, am I sure you're on the call?
Yes, I'm with you.
Good. Good evening. Beautiful. So Blessing Akpan will share our experience, our tips for succeeding in the marketing specialization. Blessing Akpan, she works at Fenchurch Group as a project development analyst. She has a degree in finance. That's her first degree. In fact, she just concluded her MBA program. Over to you, Blessing Akpan.
Is this Blessing Governor?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
A great way to connect again. Over to you, Blessing. Thank you for joining the call.
Okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity to, address the class. So, like Olubox has said everything basically. He has said everything about marketing specialization. And personally, for me, I would say going into marketing or joining the marketing specialization like one of the best decisions I made, because when you're in class and you enjoy the class, you can relate to what the lecturer is saying. Lecturer is saying something, you already have a scenario in your head, trying to relate it to the real world. So marketing specialization is actually very interesting and very relatable. You don't have to struggle to understand the terms, because it is easy to understand, it is easy to comprehend. And lecturers like Oniku, Dr. Oniku, the Professor Ogbechi, they made it like very interesting, and other lecturers as well. They made it very interesting. So for the courses, I would only be able to talk about the courses I offer, which are the marketing management, promotion, channel of distribution, Boss 843, which is sales management, then consumer behavior. So when Olubox said that the marketing specialization is the CEO specialization, is actually not kidding, because before now, I'm somebody that I'm very reserved. Like, I don't even talk about what I do. I just, when you see me doing it, okay, fine, I do it. But as I speak now, if I go for any gathering, any event, I tell you what I do. I tell you what I do. You don't even need to ask me. I'm already saying that, I'll just look at you. I'll be like, this girl, this lady is putting on nice accessories. I'll just go market my accessories to her. Tell her that, oh, you can get it affordable from me and stuff like that. So Olubos was very correct when he said the marketing specialization is the CEO specialization. So for the marketing management, we talked about the marketing environment, the marketing elements, which are the 4 Ps, for product, and is it 5 or 6?
Bless you, don't forget them. If you try yourself.
It's 4 Ps. It's 4 Ps. I think process,
No, she wants to remember.
product,
She's
people,
remembering something
people
about
and
service.
place. Yes, people and place.
Yeah,
I remember
she
that.
wants to say something about services. That's what she's trying to remember. The 7 Ps for services.
For services.
Okay. 7 Ps. Yes, that's fair.
So then for under that marketing management, you will now talk about all of these elements one after the other. That this is the part that Ogbechi takes. Then Dr. Olowokudejo takes the other part. So one interesting thing about Ogbechi, you might find it disturbing, but it is very interesting, because it really helped me to read. The fact that she every time after the class, she gives us like to tell us, read page 5 to page 10, which page this to page this for the next class. And when you come for the next class, before you start the class, you have to discuss the previous class. Tell her what you learned, talk about it. I don't know if she really uses the mark that she gave, but that thing that she made us do was very, very helpful, because since we were very few in class, she can just call you, lesson, what did you learn from last week? Talk about this thing for the next for the topic I gave you to read. So stuff like that. So I know you don't want to fumble in class, so you are just forced to read ahead of our class. So I want us to like take that very, very, like take it very seriously, because it will help you. Because when you move from Ogbeche's part to the other's part, to the other lecturer's part, marketing management becomes like a bit bulky, or how would I put it, a bit bulky to read, because the other lecturer's part is plenty notes, plenty is also very easy, but you have to read it. Then we talked about we did in promotion, we talked about promotion and promotion tools, the communication process. Then you will now start talking about the promotion tools, one after the other. You talk about direct marketing, what it is, what it entails. Talk about personal selling, what it is and what it entails, advertising, sales promotion. You talk about all of that. And these things are very relatable. Promotion is very simple. It's very easy. Marketing management is also very easy to comprehend and easy to pass. like Olu BrainBox said, the informal reason is your A's are sure. The worst case scenario is a B, but your A's are sure. Then Dr. Oniku took us channel of distribution. Channel of distribution, we talked about franchising, one person granting another person the go ahead or the rights to use his or her brand name, trademark, and stuff like that. What franchising entails. Then we talk about choosing a channel member. What criteria or what are the things you need to consider when you are trying to choose a channel member. Then we also talked about wholesaling, different types of wholesaling management rather, and different types of wholesaling management, then retailing, then conflict amongst channel members or channel of distribution. The conflict. So let's say the wholesaler now, if the producer sells to the retailer at the same price that is selling to the wholesaler, sometimes, and the wholesaler now will not, I don't know how to, but there's sometimes that you would get this there's this conflict. This person feels that maybe the wholesaler feels that the producer is giving the retailer preferential treatment, and they get angry. That can disrupt the products from reaching the consumer. So how do you manage this conflict when it arises? So that's what channel of distribution rather is. We talk about franchising, conflict amongst channel members, and how you manage this conflict, how you select a channel member, wholesaling and retailing is also very easy. And like I said before, marketing is very easy, but you don't have to procrastinate. Like, you don't have to keep saying, oh, it is easy, I'll read it later. By the time, before you realize it now, everything has piled up together and it becomes a lot. And when that fear comes in, you might not be able to comprehend, because somebody like me, I like reading, understanding, then writing it in my own words, like using my words to write and explain to other people. So but when I don't read and I don't have proper understanding, I'm just like trying to cram it, that is when I forget, because I'm already anxious. That's when I forget, and I might not be able to do justice to that course. So that's just it. Then sales management, talked about the selling process, the different stages in the selling process, and we also talked about the qualities of a salesman. Yes, qualities of a salesperson, the motivation of sales force motivation, then compensation, then another thing. Sales, and Dr. Nico also took this sales management. Like I said, if Dr. Nico teaches you, you really love it. Like when it teaches, you like it, because it makes you understand. He use real life scenarios. He use real life examples, so it makes it very easy for you to understand and comprehend. Then the last one was the last one I did. I cannot talk much about international marketing because I did not offer that. International marketing and market research, I did not do those two. So probably Olu BrainBox will throw more light in those courses. Then consumer behavior. So we talk about the difference between a consumer and a customer. Consumers are the end users, like we know. A customer is somebody is the person that purchased the product. And some people use this term interchangeably, but they're actually not the same. They are different. A consumer might not necessarily be the one that purchased the product. Might not necessarily be the one that purchased the product, but a customer might not necessarily be a consumer. So the major difference is that a consumer is the person that uses the end user. A customer is somebody that purchase the product. Then we talked about the different kind of consumer models. We have the traditional model and the modern, yes, traditional and modern, yes. Then we talked about different kind of buying situation, the consumer perception, consumer personalities, consumer attitude, and the attitude theories. So all of these are very easy to comprehend and to understand. So it's just for us to put in the work from our own end, read ahead. If you can even do 1 hour after your lecture, it will, even if you don't know it at that time, every time you do 1 hour after, when you go back to it, it becomes easier. It becomes easier for you to remember. So it will not be like during exam you are just cramming to go and write, because when you miss out on one line, you find you struggle to write your points. So this is all I have to say for marketing specialization. It's very easy. It's very easy to pass. In fact, it's very easy to have an A in marketing. So, and like Olubos has already given us insights too. So this is all I have to say about marketing specialization. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Blessing. You're almost lecturing me on marketing. It seems this little conversation we've had, I think I now know what marketing is all about, because I think you've given us so much details about marketing, everything I should look forward to. Thank you so much for that insight. But then I want to ask you a question, a quick one. What are the unique opportunities offered by this specialization that other parts may not provide?
What are the what?
Unique opportunities offered by this marketing specialization that other parts may not provide?
So, marketing specialization, like I said before, and like Olubox has said, it has really helped me in marketing myself and my brand. Like I can talk to anybody. I can talk to, whether you are a CEO, I can look you in your face, speak to you. But prior to this, I did finance as an undergraduate, and I went into marketing. You might be wondering, why did you not do finance specialization? Why did you not go for finance specialization? But I thought of it that my previous work experiences has been in sales and marketing. So going into this line would help me excel in that my job role, you get. So marketing, gives you this confidence, helps you market yourself, help you build good communication skills. That good communication skills, marketing will give you that.
Okay, so are you saying in summary that if I don't do marketing, I cannot, have a good communication skills? If I hear you correctly, is that what you're trying to tell us? But then let me just ask you one more question before we round it up there. So how does this specialization align with the current trend and future demands in the business world? How does it align? Marketing, how does it align with the current trend and the future demand in the business world?
We know that the world is going digital now, and you can find yourself in a career path, in a digital marketing career path. You can be a brand manager for a company. You can be a digital marketer, which is where the world is, going to now. So marketing specialization can, give you an in-demand skill, or yes, an in-demand skill that does not go out of demand, you get.
Okay, thank you so much. So I remember when we had an orientation section with some of the lecturers, all of them, they brought them, all of them from different specializations. They came to address us that day, all of them in that field, they were just saying, they are always the best. Like you are saying, marketing is, is this, is that. It gives us, this value. They came around, so they were telling, you see the production person telling us that, oh, without production, you guys are going nowhere. They're at the top. Marketing will come, say they are own. Finance too will say, see, people, you don't even know what money is. You're just telling us different things about, that. But then I understand, everybody just wants to, sell themselves out there. And it's also part of the marketing anyway. So thank you so much, Blessing, for your time. Thank you so much for the insights you've provided. Thank you so much for, for what you have shared with us. I'm Olu BrainBox. Are you still on the call?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, so I would like to hand over to you now to take us further on the marketing specialization. I would like you to share practical experiences with us, the insights, your experience, the success tip, and how to excel in marketing world. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll do this in two ways. I'll talk about how to excel in any of the specializations first, right? And then how to excel in the marketing world. But what you asked Blessing, she was supposed to mention to you that marketing specialization will put you in a position in an organization whereby you are a revenue generator. And that's the first thing in an organization. They need revenue generators, people that will bring ideas, people that will stimulate ideas. So, like she said, she called some things: brand manager, digital marketing, there's communication manager, public relations manager, customer experience manager. Those are new things that are coming up now in today, and they all stem from the concept of marketing and understanding marketing. Blessing has really given a lowdown of how to manage the courses. What I'll tell you is this, okay? The first thing I need to tell you is this. Depending on what you are pursuing, I don't know, maybe there's some people that are pursuing MBA distinction, or there are people that just want to just collect MBA. No, there's difference. Now, if you are someone that's pursuing MBA distinction, currently, you should know that you should have at least 7 A's or 8 A's. If you are pursuing any distinction, you did 7 courses in first semester, 6 courses in second semester, you're about to do another 6. So in those 7 plus 6, in those 13 courses, you must have at least, if you want to get an MBA distinction in whatever specialization, you should start working towards saying, by now you should say, I have 9 A's out of the 13 courses that I did. Now, if you have 9 A's out of the 13 courses you did, a good place to go and come and collect the remaining A's is marketing specialization. Do you understand? So for those of us that are looking for that, do you understand? You want to, it is your dream to have, there are some people, it's not compulsory. Some people, their own is MBA is pass or fail. But there's something that I say, I made a distinction, or I was best overall, blah, 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 blah. By now, you would have been seeing the sign that, okay, I've done 13 courses, I have 9 A's. So you can go and pack the remaining 4 A's or 5 A's in marketing specialization. Similar to management too. Management is just like management, you have to read more. Do you get? So that's that. Then also, God forbid, but the reality is that there are some people that they are not sure whether they're going to collect the MBA certificates. That's just the truth. Because right now, in the 13 courses, they have like 4 carryovers, they have 5 this thing, they have the highest grade there was D or C. So that's the second set of people I want to talk to. If you are there and you want to save your GP, that's the word I want to use. You want to salvage your GP. That this final semester, I need at least 5 A's, 2 B's to save my. Unless if you get, you know what it is to collect the MBA, right? 2.5. In the total 20 courses, you need a minimum GP of 2.5. So if you are here already, you have already failed finance, you have already failed account, marketing, the ones you did in year 1, everything is bad. Just package yourself, come to marketing specialization, let them help you to build the GP. Okay, so it's very, very important. Okay, go to where it is easy, because the truth of the matter is that at this stage, if you still want to collect the certificate, you need to just, don't be proud. Don't say I must just go sit down with marketing. They will give if you just go there, you will do it, and it will be, I can assure you, the minimum you will get is B's. You understand? So there are 2 kinds of people. Okay, but if you are just simple person, your GP is not bad, it's not good, you just want to chill, you just want to relax, maybe you don't even have time in the final semester, you could also come to us. There's no the wind of A can touch you. the wind of A can still touch you. So now, talking about the professional aspect of it, like Blessing already said, it's a good place to build yourself, build your brand. It's an in-demand thing in terms of careers like customer. I don't know if you heard something like customer experience manager or brand experience manager. Those things are new things, but they come from the concept of understanding your market, understanding your consumer, building the product, do you understand those kind of things, understanding pricing and things like that. So I'll say this to you in my final in my final remarks, any full-time student right now, the first thing you need to look at, I need to tell people that I will advise you to do 5 courses. You are allowed to do 4 courses of specialization. Do you understand? That means the 2 computer and strategy, those are compulsory, right? Then you can now choose any of the specialization 4. But the thing is that if you do 4, you will stop on 43 units on the dot. Okay? And God forbid something happened to you, something happened to UNILAG, something happened to somebody's something, and one course goes bad in the 4 you did, you have to come back to do MBA to do that semester again. Do you understand? So I usually tell people, just do 5 courses of your specialization. If you do 5 courses of your specialization, you have 45 units. So that whatever happens, even if one goes down, you fall down to 43. Though I've seen somebody, my class governor, till today, did not collect the MBA because, I'm sorry, maybe that's why I have phobia for the for the production guys. He went to production specialization and he did 5, but inside the 5, he failed 2. So he now came to 3. The first one, he was sick. The first one, he was sick, so he couldn't pass. But the second one was cost and material accounting. He now failed. So because of that, till today, Tony did not collect MBA certificate. So sometimes I even jokingly say that there's nothing bad in doing. I had someone in my set that did all the courses. He said, you just want to do, you can do all. But it doesn't add or remove to your GP or anything, but you can just do it. But for me, you can stick to 5. Whatever will go wrong, you can't go wrong with 2 means you can just. So I advise people generally. I did 5. Do you understand? But if you are so sure of yourself, nothing can do me. You can go ahead and do 4. Do you understand? But just be sure that nothing happens to the 4. Across every specialization, just pick 4 courses, 5 courses, add to the 2 compulsory ones, and do your final semester very well. Just as Blessing advice, start reading early and things like that. I know it's not easy because it's final semester, but start reading early. Then another major thing with respect to marketing. For me, the marketing courses you can choose, like she mentioned, you can do 841, that's marketing management, right? When you do 841, you can do 844, that's marketing communication, which is promotion. So the idea would be, and Ogbeche teaches the 2 of them. Do you understand? Ogbeche teaches the 2 of them. So when you do marketing management, you're already doing promotion. So that's like you're doing 2 courses in one. Do you get? Then consumer behavior, in my set, Ogbeche used to teach it, but so I was also doing consumer behavior. So I would see Ogbeche on Monday, see her on Tuesday, see her on Wednesday, and it was like as if it was just one course. Do you understand? So it makes it easier. Do you understand? To read. Do you get my point? So at the end of the day, but for now, even the consumer behavior is still the same. It's still the same because in marketing management, you still talk about consumer. Just as Blessing said, most of the courses are already interrelated. So do marketing management, promotion, consumer behavior, sales management, and channels. The reason why I used to opt out from international marketing is that already marketing management is already on an international focus. Do you understand? Marketing management is already on an international focus. So there's no point doing international marketing. Then the reason why I didn't choose market research is that you've done research, right? Full-time has already done research as a course I think in 2nd semester also. So for me, I would like you to do things that you are new to. So in marketing management, 841, 844, 847, 843, and 845 will help you and you should be fine. Similarly for management, what I like about management is that BOSS 816, which is strategy and structure, BOSS 815, which is environmental analysis, and then BOSS 820. Do you understand? Those 3 courses, they are the same. They are talking about internal and external environment, talking about SWOT analysis, pest analysis, talking about industry, Porter's 5, all those things that you are learning. So my advice to you in specialization is do courses that are quite similar so that whatever you are reading won't be too far dispersed. They are almost things that are in the same bag. You get? So 820, 816, 815, those 3 are the same. Then, of course, you do entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is 821, and then international business is 822. With that, you are okay. I really don't know the courses offhand for finance, but I know that they have marketing of financial institutions, management of financial institutions, marketing of financial services. They also have international business. They also have international money relations. And when I taught finance people too, these stops are actually simple. So for your final semester, I would advise you, depending on what you are targeting, okay? First class, pass, put in your very best, like Blessing said. Start reading, give an extra hour, like Blessing said. Think about your current career status and then where you want to go to. Pick a specialization and fire. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Olu BrainBox. If I get it correctly, from what you said, you're saying that if you are the type that you want soft life, you want easy life, you want your, your final semester in school to be soft, marketing is the right place to come to. If I hear you correctly, is that what you are saying?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Blessing, can you help me confirm that as well? Because he spoke about, CGPA booster, that marketing is the best place that the least you can get is B. Blessing, can you help me confirm that? Is that true?
That's very
Because
I think Blessing has 4 A's now.
I need witness in the house to be sure that, what you are saying is actually true and accurate so that people, they can see whether marketing is the right profession for them to go to, or they should just, dive into something else entirely. Are you confirming that as well?
Yes, I am confirming that. And I would, like I already said, you have to read ahead so you don't get overwhelmed. And what I wanted to add, I forgot to add, was please, in all you do, follow Olubox's or WebEx class. Do not miss it. Do not miss it. It was very helpful. It has been very helpful. So with all of this, you are good for marketing.
So the people in the house, I hope you can hear it for yourself. They said if you want easy life, you want soft life, you should come to marketing. Even though I'm the type that, nothing can change my mind anymore, but then I would think I will need to reconsider and see whether marketing is the specialization to go into. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the insightful section.
Someone asked a question.
Yeah, so we're about to start the Q&A section now. And please, if you have a question, you can raise your hand, then I will call you. But before then, while you are trying to raise your hand, let me pick some questions in the chat box. Okay. Somebody said, how many courses would one have to do in the marketing specialization? I think Olubox already answered that question.
5, 4, 5, 4, 5. It's general for everybody, 4, 5. My advice, do 5.
Okay, he said 5. So another saying that for market specialization, is it 100% physical or on site? The classes.
MBA, is it not physical again? Have they started doing online and offline MBA?
Yes, so we've started the online classes as well.
Wait, according to who? Do you like saying that, or the lecturers are just doing that? I understand what you're saying, though, because of COVID.
So I think, yes, since COVID came, we've been doing online classes.
The MBA program is physical, I hope you know.
Yes, physical for the full-time, basically, but for the part-time, I feel they do more of online classes, and I'm sure they are in this room, in this meeting as well, and they can confirm that to us.
I understand what you're saying. I think the doing online is like a luxury that lecturer just say, okay, let's do it online. Do you understand? It's not as if the class is still the timetable that MBA coordinator releases. He still puts the room number and things like that there. You get that we get what I'm saying. The online is it an official thing now that they advertise also?
Yes. So lecturers can do online, based on their own demand or what they feel is convenient for them. Okay. But then for part-time, basically, they do more of online classes. If I'm wrong, the part-time students are in the room, they can correct me. But then I feel that is what they do more now. Even with the full-time, in fact, our second semester was more of online classes than physical. And I think online is, the approach is okay, it's better, then it saves us cost, saves us stress. And then, we can just be in the comfort of our room and we can attend the classes without having to, saying that, oh, I have classes to catch up with by 10 or I can be in my kitchen and I'll be following the classes.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
So thank you so much. So I see some hand raised.
I think there's some other questions on that chat. So check the chat again.
Okay, so before I even go further and ask
someone asked about how many A's to get
Somebody said, how
distinction.
many A's? Yes. So somebody saying how many A's for a distinction in MBA, and how is CGPA graded in MBA? Well, I don't know. Can you help with that? The grading.
Of course. I would do two things. I will send you in my set there was a grading tracker and everything. But this first of all, you are doing total of 20 courses. Okay? Total 20 courses across the semesters. You understand? Your first semester you did 7, your second semester you did 6, right? Then this one you do 7. So that's 20. Do you understand? You need at least like 14 A's. If it's going to stay to distinction, it will be like 14 A's, 3 B's, only 1 C. Do you understand? Do you get? Then what other question was asked? So okay, so how is CGPA calculated? So CGPA is calculated based on units. Each course is 2 units, right? So for example, let me give you an example. In your first semester, you did 7 courses. All of them were 2 units, right? So as all of them being 2 units, you don't need to multiply in that level since they all have the same units. All you just need to do is add the grades you got. So for example, A is 5, B is 4, C is 3, D is 2, E is 1. Do you understand? So if someone in that first semester, if someone has A, B, C, D, E, and then maybe has 2 A's, so you can say 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 4. Do you understand? Then you divide everything by 7, you get your GP. Do you understand? So if you calculated everything and everything you did, when time we added 5 plus 5 plus 5, that's 15, plus 4, that's 19, plus 3, that's 22, plus 2, that's 24, plus 1, that's 25. I can say 25 divided by 7. So Peter, you're the engineer. Do the math. 25 divided by 7. That should be 3 point something. That's 3 point something. You get it now. So, but now that thing has been automated. There's an Excel sheet. I'll check my charts and send to Peter to give to you. You can just put in your grades there and to be calculating it very well. I'll advise you full time. As of today, you should know what your GP is, or at least know how many courses have come out. At least you've seen your first semester, right? And you've seen some second semester courses.
Yes, yes, we have.
So,
yes.
Yeah. So you start doing some projection and say, okay, what will my GP look like? So that you will know whether you should tighten your belt in this final semester or not. You understand? Okay. So I believe I've answered that question.
So a quick one, Olu Box, quick one. I remember when I joined, the MBA school, as at that time when I was coming in, I said, well, I feel like I'm finished with distinction here, if all things being equal. But then when I entered and results started coming out, in fact, the one that broke, the straw that broke the camel's back, like they say, was when our ECN results came out, and I saw that I had E. So as at that point, I began to reason whether having decision, is this still possible? Is this still visible? And then accounting came again, it did the same thing. I got D. And even though the rest were very fine, it was just A and B.
Yes.
But then I realized that, having A now, having distinction in this program will be something that will be a bit challenging now based on, my results so far. What can you advise? Are you advising me to take more number of courses so that I can boost my CGPA and eventually finish with, distinction, or I should just stay with my strong 2-1 like they used to say? And I know that is not, is not obtainable.
Okay. So what I want to ask is, okay, there's a D already, there's an E already. Are the rest A?
Yes, I have A's and B's for the rest, but the way I'm looking at it, it doesn't look like
the only way I can tell you the way forward. The only way I can tell you forward is if the rest are A. That D and E, it's a lot. The D and E is a lot. The rest have to be A. If you take more courses, maybe, yes. Where do you want to go? Now, if you take the more course, that means the more courses must be A also. So if you take whatever specialization you are going to, if you take the more course, you must tell yourself, I must A. You say about join marketing. Join marketing and come and do.
Because that is what is looking like. It seems I will also join marketing to boost my CGPA and see whether I can still finish with distinction, or I should just forget about it.
Because the distinction is 43 it will be 200 and it will be 190 something divided by 43. That's what you're trying to get. Do you understand? 193. So already this E and this, you can calculate it and find out where you are. All roads lead to marketing. Okay, but I think you can still push for it. There's nothing God cannot do.
Well, for me, I just believe it's a professional master's. Grade is not that important.
Grade is not grade.
Like
It's
the normal regular academic master. So that's why I really do not bother myself that much. I just feel, as far as I can finish, that's the most. But then I don't like the fact that it's just, it's just distinction and pass. So whether you are strong to one, you are, you are two, there's no really, all of you are class together.
All of us are class together.
Yeah, so that is the part that I really do not like about this, MBA program. But then, for reasons best to know to them, they are the one that know why they have to make it that way. So, Mr. Timothy Akinduro, your hand is raised. Can you go ahead and ask a question? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Blessing. Thank you, Pira. Thank you, Olu BrainBox. So my question is somehow futuristic. What PhD pathways are obtainable for a person who specializes in marketing? And what is the PhD you are currently doing?
Okay, so let us talk about that. First and foremost, if you do MBA, you can't do PhD. MBA is a professional qualification. What you can do with your MBA is a doctor of business. Okay? What you can do is a doctor of business. Okay? You can do a doctor of business, the DBA. I hope you know what's called DBA. So the person asking about what you can do. Yeah, definitely. So you can do a DBA. UNILAG is already doing, UNILAG is in their third set of DBA. It's in their third, I think it's 10 million naira, 3 million per year. Do you understand that kind of thing? So it's that, but you can't teach, you are not using it to teach. You are just like a business consultant, a top level consultant. Those are the pathways you get. And you can do DBA in any specialization, management, most especially management and marketing and strategy. Do you understand? Management, marketing, and strategy. So, but if you want to also do PhD, you have to do an MSc. You get it. So you have to do whatever field you want to do a PhD in, you have to have an MSc in it. So currently, I'm in the field of strategy, management, and marketing. So I have the MBA marketing, right? And I have an MSc management. You get, so that's what I'm using to do the PhD in strategic management. You can fly that way. So I hope I've answered that question.
Yes, very clear. Okay. Thank you.
So the person that was saying 3 A's and 4 B's, 3 A's is 15, 4 B's is 12, and that's 7. So 15 plus 12 is 27. 27, 27, that's good now. 27 divided by 4, that's 4.5 now. How many years is DBA? 3 years. 3 years, 3 to 4 years. Purely research based.
Okay, so Olubok, do you mean that this MSc thing, does it apply to Nigeria and abroad? Like if you don't have an MSc, you cannot do a PhD?
I don't think, no, I've seen some abroad schools that use MBA to say you can come and do PhD. I've seen some, but it's rare though, it's rare. Because most of the time, what they say in PhD is that it has to be, so for example, unless your MBA finance, the PhD you will be likely to do abroad will be something finance, you get. So it has to be in the line of the PhD or the line, you understand? It must be in that line if you are going abroad. But I know UNILAG doesn't, and most Nigerian schools don't.
Thank you.
All right, please, do you have more question do you have anybody that wants to ask question before I begin to ask my own questions?
You're welcome.
Okay. So, Olu BrainBox, can you share a specific challenge you face in this field and how you have overcome it? What are the challenges you have faced in marketing specialization and how you're able to overcome it? because everything you be saying looks simple, it is the best place to come.
Challenge. Okay.
So I want to know whether is there something we have to look out for so that we don't overthink things and just feel everything is sweet and simple.
The truth of the matter is that one of the things I learned in UNILAG or when I was doing my MBA was the way they mark scripts, the way they set questions, the way they mark. So because in specialization, they expect you to be in your final year and you're supposed to be able to think. You understand? Think. You understand? So, like for example, in management specialization, they can tell you, oh, write about this, explain this. So you have to think critically, give examples, open your brain. Do you understand? And most of the time, people, like Blessing said, if you are rushing to cram, it will be a challenge to open your brain. You get it? So, in marketing specialization, Ogbeche's courses, you don't need too much of opening brain. Ogbeche likes briefly explain, briefly list, write on 5 Ds, just briefly explain. So, like I told them, I remember when I was teaching them, I said everything is in Ogbeche's textbook, just the key points are already there. So, but a challenge that you generally face, okay, a challenge that I'll answer that. That's a very good one. A challenge that you generally face would be Oniku's part, because Oniku tries to make it real life. And the concept with the issue with real life is that it's subject to everybody's opinion. Do you understand? It's subject to opinion and thinking. So it's not about the concepts or the 5 elements. We like to, if you are studying for exam, you say the 5 key points. When we're doing work, you say something like key points. So Oniku might be a challenge because, and I remember Blessing, I think it was Blessing that was telling me that this sales management is just too wide. It's just there were too many things Oniku was bringing, the other lecturer too was bringing. You get. So I feel for courses like sales management and channels, you need to be more deliberate in your reading. So because even though it is simple, it will challenge you. Do you understand? The case studies, because they're going to do case study. I hope you know what case study is. Where you read a scenario, you start brainstorming. So there are a lot of case study. All the exams in marketing specialization are case study based per se. So that is a challenge. Do you understand? And if you are not, if you're a lazy person, you will still scale through. You get because of the easiness, but you might miss out on some things. You get it? So that's where I see the challenge in to open your brain, think outside the box, and things like that.
Okay, so somebody is asking you, what is alumni networking like in UNILAG MBA
Okay.
since you finished from this school?
Okay, so because it's difficult to manage people, right? There's the normal UNILAG alumni, which I think once you finish, there's something about you register with the alumni. You get that one. Then the MBA itself, from what I have seen, right, the alumni network is based on your set. Do you understand? It's based on your set, meaning that, for example, I am from 2016 set. My WhatsApp group is still there. We still interact. We still do jobs. We share opportunities. Those of us that have traveled abroad, we meet when we go abroad. Do you understand? We've had events, like 1 or 2. We've linked people with jobs, So my point is, I don't think there's an official UNILAG MBA alumni per se, but each set, has their forum where they interact with each other and where they keep track of what each other is doing in that particular set. So that's how I see it. It's an informal setting. I don't think there's a formal one per se like that.
Okay, so Olu BrainBox, what you are telling us is that there's no really connection between your set and the set before you or the set after you. There's no interconnection. Everybody just stay put in their own set, and that is all.
I don't even think the only reason why I know people from my set was that people from the set before me was because I was in ESCO and then the president was in the set before me. But outside that, I don't think there's that what you are talking about. I don't think there's that thing generally. I don't think so.
Okay, I think, maybe we need to have a Telegram group where everybody can be in one channel. We can, interconnect and relate. I think we will need to consider that so that there can be that connection, that bond between,
yes, yes,
every set that has passed through the MBA
through
school, where we can
MBA,
share ideas,
yeah.
and relate. But then that's fine. So I want to ask you, Blessing, are you still on the call? So it doesn't look like it's Olu that we are just attacking here and there.
No, I'm here.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question. Is there any advice you'd like to leave with students that are considering this specialization? I know you people, you've marketed yourself already. You said this is the best place to be. But I want to ask, is there any advice you leave with people that are considering to come into marketing? What would the advice be?
Yes, like I already said, I already addressed it before. I said, one, you have to consider, you have to read, though it is simple, but you have to read. You don't have to leave it till exam period. Two, you have to follow Olubox, especially for the exam period. Follow his teachings, his lecture, the tutorials, then follow his Owewe class during the exam period. Don't miss out. So those are the two things that helped me.
Okay, thank you, Blessing. Can you share a humorous or unexpected experience you have had relating to your specialization? Did anything funny happen that you're not expecting at a point, during this specialization or in class or something?
Yeah, so there's this promotion course. This lecturer, what's his name? Dr. Moera, he took the course. Then it was easy. He gave us materials. Then he gave us area of specialization. Sorry, AOC, area of concentration, that we should study, that he was going to bring questions from there. And the part-time, this Toyosi set, Madam President, they wrote a week or 2 weeks before us. So he gave us the same AOC. Yeah. Then then Toyosi sets were lucky that he brought out things from that AOC. Then when he got to our turn, he brought out something different. And in the exam hall, I asked him, I told him, sir, you told us to read advertising, direct marketing, and one other thing. Or we should read personal selling and advertising, something like I thought no, we should not read advertising, we should read direct marketing and personal selling. But your questions are on advertising. We're like, no, I told one of you. Apparently, he told the lady that was under his supervision for he was supervising the lady for project. And the lady was telling me, I was arguing, then before the exam, the lady was telling me, I was saying, no, this was what he said in class. But the lady did not put it straight to me that I went to his office and this was what he told me. So in the exam mode there, I was confused that what is going on here? Though I read everything, but when I asked Toyosi, Alice, the governor for part-time specialization, she said he actually brought out the questions from those AOC. So I was already prepared that personal selling, direct marketing, you are finished today. And I got to the exam when I was seeing advertising, this advertising. Not that I did not read advertising, but I did not concentrate on those details because they already confirmed to me that he brought out questions from the AOC. So that was the major challenge. But thank God I was able to, do Ogbechi's part and the other lecturer's part. So I had an A in that course. So that was like a major challenge I had. So another advice is, please, even if they give you AOC, read everything very well. Read everything very well.
All right, thank you. So we should beware of AOCs. AOCs that are... All right, thank you so much, Blessing. At least you have made us know that it's not everything that is rosy in marketing, just in case somebody's already believing that. All right, so Olu BrainBox, let me come back to you again. Sorry, I will need to ask you some specific question. If you would describe this marketing specialization in 3 words, what would it be?
Okay, so number 1 would be engaging. Engaging. I'll use E. Number 2 can be easy. Number 2 can be easy. And then number 3, it is evolving. Okay, evolving because like Blessing said, you can see and don't see. So it's evolving. So engaging, easy, and evolving.
Wow, thank you so much. I know marketing, marketing has to do with figures. I know people that are into marketing, the number of people you bring to the business, those are things that are very important. And I'm trying to find the linkages between marketing and data analysis. How important is data analysis in today's marketing role? I would like to ask that question. How
Well,
important is it?
okay, so of course, it deals with numbers, especially like very important with respect to marketing analytics, business analytics, how many customer conversion rates do you get? Even I think, even though there's no calculation in the course, but I remember one of the lecturers brought calculation. There was a calculation where we were supposed to calculate sales velocity, where you talk about win rate, conversion rate, price per deal, and things like that. So data analytics is very important because you need it for informed decisions before you make your marketing decisions, okay? And a good way, for example, all these things like social media, you get search engine optimization, all those things, number of likes, number of clicks, number of this, those tells us how people are aware about our products, how people are engaging their brands and things like that. So yes, things like digital marketing, there's a sub-course under it when you talk about data analytics, data analysis related to marketing. How do you drive all those kind of things? So yes.
Wow, thank you so much, Olu. You really, really, really answered my question so well. Wow, that shows that you are really, 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 a top man in your field. You really, really know what you are doing. Thank you so much for that answer.
Okay.
Last one from me. What is the most creative marketing strategy you've worked on? And what was its impact? The most creative strategy you have worked on, and what was its impact?
Okay, so I think one of the major things will be using social intelligence with marketing. So what do I mean? The best way to develop marketing strategy is a customer-oriented strategy. That is a strategy that is centered on your type of consumers, the way they think, the way they behave. So that's why the course, consumer behavior, was very important. So a customer-centered strategy whereby you only tailor your products to meet the unique needs of your target audience. And most organizations do that, okay? I apply that to my business. I apply that with sales, interacting with people. And then you could also see in large organizations like Guarantee Trust Bank, whereby because they understand the youthfulness, that the largest population in Nigeria is youth, most of their strategy is tailored towards attracting the youth. So they talk about fashion, talk about food, talk about entertainment, do you understand? And they use that to like create awareness, create traction, create interaction, which leads to at least the bottom line. So yeah, a customer-centered or customer-oriented marketing strategy, I've used that a lot, and I constantly use that, whereby you understand people, you understand the way they behave, understand their thinking, their psychology, and then you tap into that. Is that okay?
Wow, thank you so much, Olu. From the chat box, and Blessing, a question is being directed to you. Somebody is asking, I was switching from finance to marketing post MBA.
Okay. Okay, so I don't think
I think they were directing to Blessing. Can Blessing answer that question?
Okay, Blessing, okay.
Since Blessing was stuck. Hello, Blessing.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so somebody is asking you a question. So I was switching from finance to marketing post MBA.
Okay, so the reason why I actually switched to marketing was because I wanted to get, I wanted to diversify, get more knowledge, like I said earlier. And career-wise, I was looking at combining my knowledge in finance, at least the knowledge I have in finance undergrad, then marketing. I was looking at combining both knowledge and work in the and the career path I chose was marketing of financial services. That was the career path like I was looking at, and that was what made me, come to like that was what made me switch to marketing. So Though for now, I'm not currently in that particular career direction, but I'm working towards it.
So thank you so much, Blessing, for your response. We are already at the end of the meeting. A big thank you to our incredible speaker, Olu BrainBox. He has been fantastic. He has shared some insights. It has been eye-opener for me. I've learned a lot, and I can say that you are truly an authority in your field based on the questions you're able to answer. Blessing, she did extremely well as well. She provided insights into marketing. And she's also witnesses to many of the things that Olu BrainBox testify of. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. Really appreciate for coming this time and staying this late with us. I know you have family.
I think there's Aminu Abosede trying to raise her hand though.
Oh, okay. So let's take Aminu Abosede before we end the section. Aminu Abosede, can you go, please? Thank you.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this section has been an impacting one, and I was able to pick something. Yeah, I'm coming from an angle whereby and zero experience in marketing, like total zero knowledge in marketing. So if I'd like to specialize in marketing with having no any knowledge from the beginning, so how can I channel that knowledge or that understanding or that energy in me trying to relate whatever I learned during the MBA period to the social world? So how can I relate? I'm asking question in the sense that it takes someone who has this knowledge from the beginning, who is continuing in that knowledge, and the person will be able to deliver well in the labor market. So how can me that have zero knowledge understanding from the beginning trying to learn something and also try to deliver well in the labor market? So how can I do it? Okay. So after my MBA, is there any other thing I would like to, any certification I would like to acquire to boost my knowledge in the labor market?
Okay, so let me first answer. For this specialization, you already have some knowledge in marketing now. You did fundamentals of marketing in year 1, and I'm expecting that course should have been an A. Do you get? So apart from that, now that you're now in the specialization, you dig deeper into it. Into it, and then for professional qualification, there are things like Chartered Institute of Marketing. There's Chartered that is a Nigerian, and also there's a UK one that is Chartered Marketing Institute. Do you get? That is also doable. So those are 2 certified, professional qualifications that are linked to marketing generally. So I hope that has answered you.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay. That really answered the question. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you all for joining the call tonight. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you to our incredible speakers. You've both done wonderfully well, and I must commend both of you, both Olu BrainBox and Blessing. You've done wonderfully well. Thank you so much. Thank you for all those who joined the call. I can see some people on the call, Femi and the rest of them. Thank you so much. Our part-time people, they've been on this call. Bamidele, I saw you. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for attending this meeting. So our next section will be next weekend, because the plan is that we have these sections every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. But because of what happened, we lost some of our colleagues. We have to move the Saturday section to Sunday and then have Sunday and Monday instead. So our next section, our day 3 and day 4, will be next week, Saturday and Sunday, where we'll talk about finance and accounting. Day 3, day 4 will be HR and production. So stay tuned, watch out. It's going to be an interesting section. We've put so much into this thing to ensure that we all have every knowledge that we need to get to make an informed decision. Thank you all for staying on this call. Thank you so much for joining us. See you all next week, Saturday. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Olu BrainBox, thank you so much for coming. Blessing, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right.